Welcome. I'm Diane Yellow-Light, a certified psychic. Today, I'm going to talk on the subject of soulmates. What does it really mean? What soulmates mean is that we are going to connect with souls that have the same commodity and learning lessons of ourselves. They are reflections of who we are, and we are reflections of who they are. In the mirror of these soulmates, we can see the souls, and the souls that come together have learning lessons. Once those learning lessons are blended, and it does take a lot of work, men and women, women and women, men and men, children and children, we all are souls working together to learn our lessons. If you remember when you went to high school, you had a certain group of souls you collected with. And then when you grew up, you met certain souls that you connected to. And then you ended up connecting to the souls, maybe a first love, maybe a first experiences. There's lots of reasons that these souls of soulmates connect. It's the first stages of understanding about how we are more alike than we think. And we all want basically the same thing when we're a soulmate. We want to belong, we want to be loved, we want to be happy, we want to find joy, and we want to have peace and serenity. We also want to be successful, financially take care of ourselves. And this is where we learn the basics of how to become an adult, why we're in flesh, and we move up that ladder of growing. Yes, there's always love and compassion and intimacy and connection and charisma and charm and mental thinking that draws us together to the other souls that we have lessons with. Now, when souls come in together, sometimes souls only need one experience with another soul, and they stay with that soulmate, and they're happy. Sometimes they're not happy. Sometimes they stay with the soulmate because they feel they need to, and that's usually where they will stay, and they will grow one way or another in that relationship or work situation or friendship. Usually what happens with soulmates, if they don't make somewhat of the equal balance in the relationships, and especially in the time frame that we're in now, more souls are bouncing around and mixing with other people and creating other lives continuously, because a lot of the souls that are in this time frame that are doing that have had many souls in other lifetimes that they were connected to. And before you get here, you always determine and have knowledge that you can always fall back on in your subconscious mind as to who you're going to be with, where you need to go, and so forth. So we have been through this stage for quite a while now, and everybody's gone through the stage of finding their soulmate. They think this is their true love. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. That's why there's no mistakes in the plan of the universe and divinity and how we grow and what we do and where we belong. So you need to understand that there's different levels of souls and where we're at, and we grow in it. And usually a span in a lifetime is somewhere between 80 and 100 years, depending upon the circumstances. There's always people that exit early for reasons maybe they brought on to themselves, or just for reasons of destiny. We don't understand that process real well at this time frame, but we will coming up, because we're in this new millennium, and 2013 is the beginning of stepping on the bottom step, and we've got a step to go up and up and up until we get to a higher level of vibrations of consciousness and understanding. So if you're at the level where you hear yourself saying, I want to find my soulmate, then you're probably in the right place, doing what you need to be doing, and looking in the direction of something that's going to be a reflection back to you so that you can learn and grow. And those reflections are both positive and negative. Usually in soulmates, in about 2 years, the situation can become very, very difficult, and it can also separate at this time frame, because that's the time that we actually separate from the soul age that we're connected to in the universe. We are given the first 2 years of our life to decide if we really want to stay and go through this process. And that's when souls can exit, and sometimes this is called the crib death syndrome. Nobody really totally understands all this process and how it works. But after the 2-year mark, the soul has decided to stay here, and you will follow your path of destiny and learning with the souls that are your soulmates in all aspects, as friendship, work, love, all these different things, okay? They're usually souls that are outside of the family unit in relationships. They come at different times. Like I said, everybody has a different degree of what they do with. Just like in our bodies, we all have different degrees of DNA cells in different areas. So if you're looking for a soulmate, know that's what level that you're on. Continue to do so and grow in that aspect. I'm going to continue to grow and talk about the different soul levels in my other videos that I'm going to be putting on the series about souls. And understand that your soul is what guides you, and spirit is what gives you the energy. And your knowledge of your intuition, which usually when we're in the soulmate level is high, but not real high. There are those that are masters that are very high because they've come in to be in charge of those level of souls. There's a beautiful orchestra going on here in the universe that works with humanness, and eventually within time we're going to understand what all that is about, because in some senses we're very new babies, even though we have old souls, about how to work in a world of love and unconditional and soul consciousness that's going in the same direction. So know that what you have in your life, you're supposed to have. You're creating your experiences through the souls that you meet, and as you evolve those souls, you'll move forward and move up with your energy. Some people stay in soul levelages until they die, and that's okay. It's a matter of understanding that your soul is learning no matter what you do. And it's not that anybody's life is more difficult or harder than the other. It is to the same degree, only the experiences may be more than what others have, but the intensity of the learning of what the soul needs to learn in each group of souls and category of souls is all the same. So it doesn't matter if you're poor, it doesn't matter if you're rich, it doesn't matter what nationality you are, it doesn't matter what gender you are. You are just experiencing on that level of souls. And I know that each and every one of you can go above and beyond your circumstances and understand the basics of your soul when you're in the soulmate mode, and accept that and know that you're on that level, and get your lessons under your belt so that you can move on in this life, or maybe come back in another life and move into a higher level of vibrations. Right now, in the millennium of 2013, we're being allowed to move up many levels in physicalness without leaving the presence of Earth and reincarnating back into Earth. So this is a beautiful time of blessings. And again, I know each and every one of you can go above and beyond your circumstances, and that you can get through and understand what soulmate's all about. There's more levels of souls, so my next videos will go into that. And until next time, I send you love, light, and life.